All right, let's jump right in. We spend so much time worrying about the exact words we're going to say in a big meeting or a presentation, but what if I told you that your body is communicating a powerful message long before you even open your mouth? Today, we're going to break down that silent language, the one that really projects confidence, authority, and power.
So this is the big question, isn't it? Your body language, well, it's your silent introduction. It's that split-second signal that tells people whether to respect you as a leader or, well, to just ignore you. It's literally the difference between commanding a room and just kind of fading into the wallpaper.
And what's really wild is just how dramatic this difference is. Just imagine two people, right? They're saying the exact same thing, but one of them has slumped shoulders. Their eyes are darting around. They just seem nervous, submissive. The other, they're standing tall, relaxed. They come across as confident, powerful. Same words, but a totally different impact. That's the power we're going to tap into today.
So, where do we even start with all this? Well, it all begins the second you walk into a room. Your walk is your opening statement. It sets the entire tone for everything that's about to happen.
There's this simple but really profound psychological rule. In pretty much any group, our eyes are just naturally drawn to whoever's in the middle. So people who put themselves front and center, they're instinctively seen as the leader of the pack. They're not hiding out on the edges. They're actively claiming the spotlight.
And this just nails it. Think about any powerful character you've seen, maybe like a Thomas Shelby, or even real-world leaders. When they're walking with their crew, where are they? Almost always, they're right in the center. They aren't afraid of the attention. No, they command it just by taking up that prime real estate. Okay, so you've put yourself in the center. Now what? Well, it really boils down to these 4 keys. Just think of this as your personal checklist for a powerful walk. Keep those shoulders straight, head held high, control your pace, and keep your hands open. Let's dig into what that actually means.
I love this metaphor. It's so vivid. When an animal is scared, think about a nervous dog. It makes itself smaller. It tucks its tail, hunches over. But a lion, the king of the jungle, it walks with its head held high, shoulders broad, and totally relaxed. That just screams authority. So, to walk with real confidence, you got to keep your shoulders straight, your head up, and your gaze steady and forward.
All right, so you've walked into the room with real presence. Now, you stop. And this moment, it's just as critical. The way you stand when you're still can either double down on that power or, honestly, it can completely erase it.
So here's a technique you can use like right now. It's called the forward foot position. All you do is place one foot just slightly ahead of the other. It instantly makes you look more dynamic, more stable, and way more confident. I mean, there's a reason celebrities do this on the red carpet all the time. It just projects this effortless power.
Now, to really build that full power stance, think like a soldier, shoulders back, chest out. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart. Why? Because standing with your feet glued together just signals nervousness. And yeah, keep those hands where people can see them, nice and relaxed. This whole posture sends one very clear message: I'm confident and I'm in control.
Okay, so you've absolutely nailed the walk and the stance. But now, the meeting's starting, and you have to sit down. Believe it or not, this is where a lot of people lose all that confident posture without even thinking about it.
Just look at the difference here. Weak posture is when you're perched on the very edge of the seat, almost like you're asking for permission to be there, or you're ready to bolt at any second. Powerful seating is the exact opposite. You use the whole chair. You lean back. You own the space you're in. And really, this is the main takeaway for sitting with power. That chair, it's your territory, so don't shrink in it. Occupy it completely. Keep your back straight, but let it be relaxed against the backrest. This projects calm, control,
and a real sense of authority. It says, yeah, I belong here.
Let's move on to the final piece of the puzzle, and maybe the most overlooked part of powerful body language: what in the world you do with your hands. They can either totally give away your nervousness, or they can amplify everything you say.
50%. I mean, that is a huge number. Research shows that when you use purposeful hand gestures, your message can land with up to 50% more impact. It becomes more memorable. So your hands aren't just for, holding your phone. They're actually powerful communication tools.
This chart just really drives that point home. I mean, look at that jump. This is exactly why the most successful leaders in business and politics, you name it, are all masters of hand movement. They use their hands to emphasize points, to show scale, and to really draw you into what they're saying. So, what should we try to avoid? Well, hiding your hands in your pockets? It kind of signals that you have something to hide. Clasping them together really tightly can look defensive or nervous. Folding your arms? That just creates a barrier. And all those fast, jerky movements just broadcast anxiety. All of these are signals of weakness. The rule here is actually pretty simple. You want to keep your hands visible, and if you can, keep them open, because that signals honesty and confidence. And when you do gesture, make your movements deliberate and controlled. Let them just flow naturally with what you're saying, so they're amplifying your message instead of distracting from it. So, we've covered how to walk, how to stand, how to sit, and how to use your hands. I want you to think of all this not as some strict set of rules, but more like a practical toolkit, one you can start using today to instantly project more confidence. All right, let's do a super quick recap. 1. Walk at the front and center of your group. 2. Stand your ground with a wide, stable stance. 3. Own your territory. When you sit down, use the whole chair. And 4. Use controlled, open hand gestures to make your words land with more power. Look, this isn't just about knowing stuff. It's about actually doing it. So I have a question for you. Out of everything we've covered, what is the one single change you are going to consciously make today to project more power and confidence? Just pick one and start there. That's how it all begins.